Welcome everybody and welcome back to the Watch More Anime podcast show where me and my friends get together and we talk about anime. Now, it's been like a year since the last episode?
Yeah, I think we carbon dated it to a year.
Yeah. And today, we're not even really going to be talking about anime necessarily. We're going to be talking about con stories or crazy stories that happen to us at an anime convention or any kind of convention in general. And I know that Justin has more stories than I do. And I don't know the stories that I have if I can even tell it online because some of it's kind of raunchy.
Yeah, I would walk away from those.
So, let's get you. How about you start it off, so we have kind of a basis of where we're going.
Okay, well, it's been a year since we started, or should I say our last episode? And
Yeah.
In that time frame, I moved over to the DFW area to go to film school and do all that. Well, with being in this new part of Texas, I'm allowed to go to more conventions and stuff like that. So right off the bat, I crossed one off my list, and I went to IkiCon back in January. And being at IkiCon was pretty great because back in Acon, I met my mentor T-Dragon, the guy who helped me start up my YouTube channel and who's pretty much the inspiration for what I do now. And whenever I moved to Dallas, T-Dragon moved to Atlanta. So, there goes all of that collaboration and all my hopes and dreams. And so what he said is, online during one of his live videos, I think, he said he's not going to be at IkiCon, but he will have a friend there named Kevin the Director. And I said, okay, cool, I've never heard of him, I'll check out his channel. And I checked out his channel, and he puts out quality product. It's really, really good. And so what I did is I kind of spent that weekend looking for him, but I didn't find him. IkiCon was a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. And so I kind of just went about my business, and I filmed my own little amateur production for a music video. Well, after the con, I messaged Kevin. I said, hey, Kevin, I'm a friend and all this, and I'm trying to do what you do, and I'd like a little tips. And he goes, okay. Well, he goes, well, first off, your clips are either too long or too short. Your transitions are too numerous. There's too many transitions that take away from quality of your film. He goes, I definitely recommend a better camera, which at that point I was like, well, yeah, I've got a DSLR, but I didn't use it at this point because I didn't have anybody with me. And he goes, okay, well, he goes, try to get familiar with your DSLR. That'll improve your product. And I said, okay. And then he gave me some editing tips, and he's like, well, buy this program. It'll help you out. And then, look for these cinema terms. And I said, well, okay. And so what I did after that is I went on to YouTube and just YouTubed every term that he listed off, and pretty much just took myself to school on cinema. That way, whenever I line up my shots for transition, all of my product's much better now. And with IkiCon, I got to meet and see a lot of the people that I knew from Acon, and so that was cool. And they started to remember me. They were like, "Hey, you were at Acon. It was really cool to see you. It's real cool that you're back." And I've been expanding since then. And so that's my first con of the year.
Yeah. So yeah, you've been staying pretty busy.
I'm always busy.
Yeah. And with me, since the last episode, gosh, my big thing was work. And what happened with me is I think in that time frame, I quit a job and got a different job. I got a job offer and I went to that job. And I ended up getting let go from that job, went without a job for like a month, got hired on, which ironically me and Justin both had the same type of job, just in a different place, and that didn't work out too well.
Shout out to electrical jobs.
Dude, I will never do heavy manual labor ever again because ever since I left that job, my back doesn't hurt anymore.
Manual labor is the way to go. Got to get that money.
Nah, I work retail now. Now I hate everyone.
Yeah, that's the retail life.
But no, I like my job now. But I guess being like in between jobs when I wasn't doing anything, when I should have been doing so much more, I got discouraged, and well, not discouraged, unmotivated is a better word for it. And so I just didn't do anything. And in the job I have now, and then my past job, in between, it was like 3 months I was without a job. In those 3 months, I've kind of rekindled my passion for photography, and that's really kind of what I'm doing now. And I guess that's where I've been. Oh, and I'm in a relationship, so that takes some time out.
Way to brag about it.
Oh yeah.
You might as well have said paid for sponsors by.
Paid for sponsors by my girlfriend.
Well, anyway, I told my first story for my first con of the year. What was your first con?
My first con ever?
No, first con this year, son.
Oh, this year?
I just said my first con story for the year. Where are you?
I was in the other room. No, I wasn't. I was here. First con of the year, that had been the ZumiCon 2017.
Shout out to the ZumiCon 2017. We were both there.
We were both there. We were there for the other year, too. We just didn't know each other.
It's a meeting. We couldn't have been there at the same time at the same place. But tell me about it. Tell me about it. Don't stall.
I had it in my head. What was it? I'm trying to think.
What did you do for a ZumiCon?
What did I do for a ZumiCon?
I know you made a video.
I made a video, cosplay music video that's on the channel. I thought it turned out, for my first music video, I thought it turned out alright. It has a lot of problems in it.
Okay. Tell me what it was about. What was your theme for it?
Theme?
Yeah, if you had a theme or anything like that for it, or what your favorite cosplay in your video was.
Oh god, what? Oh, I think the Tracer. The last shot in it, I think the Tracer from Overwatch was probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
Because she was posing for other people, and since I know what was going on, I could see it in her eyes that she was in a lot of pain because she had to hold that pose on one foot for like a good solid minute. And she's like, please God, hurry up.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed a ZumiCon a bit.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I got something to add to ZumiCon.
Okay, go ahead.
This was my story. As this past ZumiCon was actually the worst ZumiCon I went to. I will say that.
God.
And okay. I've been to the last like 3. So like I went to only two other ones, but they were always like flawless. Like they were like the best time of my life. This con, however, was a different story. So, is
your story appropriate?
Yeah, no, this one's appropriate. The other half isn't.
Okay,
and you know that half.
Oh yeah, I was all there.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the show at least PG-13.
Okay, go ahead.
So, in my town at the time, because it was January and we haven't had any snow or anything happen. It's just been really cold. Well, out of the entire winter, and this was the only day where we would have like winter weather, was when a ZumiCon was happening. Well, in my town, it wasn't snowing, it was just cold. I was like, sweet, if it stays like this, we'll make it. As soon as we hit Lawton, the snow just fell on it hit us like a wall. So it took me like an extra like 45 minutes because I'm going 45 on the highway because there's snow and ice and all sorts of crap. We finally get to the hotel, and it's like maybe 12 or 1 o'clock. It's not that late. We left at like 9 or 10. And usually the past couple years I was able to get early check-in. Because check-in's like at 4 o'clock. Usually I can get in earlier than that. So I test my luck and like, hey, can I get my room? And the guy or the lady that was at the counter said, oh no, your room's not ready, come back around like 3. I was like, okay, cool. So we go around in the con and we hang out. 3:30 rolls around. I'm like, all right, let's go get our room. This is where it gets insane. I get to the front desk and I'm like, okay, I want my room. And they're like, okay, here we go. And I'm paying with my credit card or my debit card. And I've paid with it before and never had any issues. Well, for some reason this year, they decided to do this weird, like, we're going to put $40 a day over your charge. So if any damages happened, those would be applied to your room. And I was like, okay, this didn't happen last year. I wish I'd known that so I'd had more money. So we had the issue of me not having enough money on my card because of this weird, like, extra $100 on the room. And then finally, after like an hour of me arguing with the manager, not really arguing, just trying to figure out what was going on, they said, okay, we're not going to put this insurance charge thing on. Just don't order room service and don't make any phone calls, like out of the country phone calls, and you should be fine. And I said,
Yeah.
Thank God. So after like an hour of battling the hotel, we finally get in the room. And I'm at this point pissed.
Yeah, I remember that night. You were pretty steaming.
Yeah. And I didn't get happy until like Saturday night of the con.
You didn't get happy until that night until you came to the hotel room and we said, hey, we have liquor.
That too. That's about when it got happy. And then it was happy for like 2 hours, and then more drama happened. Like the rest of the night was terrible. Like it was, I didn't have fun.
On Friday night?
No, Saturday night. Friday night was fine.
Yeah, Friday night was great. Saturday night's where it kind of went downhill.
Yeah, because you had some drama that was going on, and then I had some drama that was going on, and then like Sunday, I think we left around like noon or something. I don't know. We didn't stay long. Usually Sundays I don't stay long at all.
I think you left at like 1 or 2 because I left at noon.
Yeah, you had to leave at noon because you had like a really long drive.
No, Scruffy had a really long drive.
Oh, yeah, because he has to drive all the way back to where you're from.
Yeah, he had to drive back out to West Texas, which for him, we cut back to DFW, which took us 2 hours, and then he had a 4-hour drive back home, so he's on the road for 6.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that was pretty miserable for him.
Bet.
But no, ZumiCon was pretty fun for me. I remember getting there on Thursday night and having a pretty good time with it. My room was a little bit smaller than I would have liked because I was an idiot and I booked just a king-size bed for 4 people. And so that wasn't that great, but I mean, it was cool. We got to meet I got to meet a lot of cool cosplayers in Oklahoma. I like it because it's an out-of-state con for me.
Yeah.
And so I feel more I'm going to say the word exotic for Oklahoma, which is a terrible word for Oklahoma. But
hey, shout out to Courtney.
Yeah, shout out to Courtney in exotic Oklahoma. And I just like the fact of being able to meet more people and talk to more people. I even got to interview a cosplay guest, which was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, I was there when you shot it.
Yeah, and that was the first time I interviewed somebody who I was like, holy crap, they're important. And then I was like, well, they're just normal people.
There was that one time we interviewed Corey, which is just always fun.
Oh, yeah, we did do that at A&T, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. We need to go to that
we
one.
went to A&T together. That happened in the year that we've been gone.
Yeah, we did, because that was my birthday weekend.
We don't talk about A&T.
Dude, that con was, like, for a small con, we made it, like, the biggest con ever.
We were there for a day, and we
were there for a day, and we made it, like, the biggest party of the century.
It felt like that con lasted for 2 days. We were only there for a day.
And the bad thing is, we paid for 2 days, and I woke up, and I'm like, dude, how about we just stay, watch anime, and eat pizza? And you're like, I like the sound of that.
And then I christened you because I made you watch Spirited Away.
For the first time ever.
Yeah, no, Anime North Texas was definitely fun. I enjoyed that for my first year.
We should go do it again, like, this year. We should
that would
definitely
be fun.
do it.
I wouldn't mind it. I really wouldn't. I think it moved locations. I think it's up more north than it was last year.
Oh, really? It's not in Dallas anymore? Or Fort
No,
Worth?
it's in Fort Worth, but I think it's more close to the airport, if I remember right.
Oh.
I think they moved it up. I want to say they did. I don't remember. I could be getting it confused with A-Fest, but I doubt it. But anyway, yeah, we both went there, and back to a ZumiCon because I got way off track there.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. I liked the fact, like I said, I got to interview my cosplay guest, and that was the first time I kind of talked to somebody of importance and stuff like that, and we got all kinds of tips and stuff like that. And it let me get a little bit more in tune with my editing style, and I kind of cut down my clips more and more. You'll see where I started taking Kevin's advice from IkiCon.
Mm-hmm.
I started trying to balance out my clip captures to where they were each the same
The
length.
same length, yeah.
Yeah, well, what I didn't do until I think it's either Matsuri or my newest video for Akon is I didn't like master that, and all of my clips came out to where my videos were like super short, like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then my Akon one, which I'm most proud of right now, it topped out at 5.5 minutes. So I was like, well, that
You
was...
worked hard for that. Like, dude, that's like the reason I wish I could have done Akon this year a lot different.
Yeah. Let me finish with the ZumiCon. We'll get to that one.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was real cool, and just editing with that and getting it along. Like I said, I got to meet a lot of Oklahoma cosplayers, and a lot of people who I put on film were really excited about it because I didn't see too many people there making vlog videos. I think it was like me, you, and Carl.
Yeah.
And we're
Carl
like,
doesn't even upload his half the time.
yeah. And so I was like, we're the big 3 people that you can go for videos. I was like, this is my second year running, so not many people remember me from my first year because we didn't really do anything the first year.
No.
And now I doubt they're going to remember me from this year, but I mean, if they've seen me at other cons like Akon and stuff like that, then they might remember me. But it's always cool to go to Oklahoma because it's a brand new audience.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm always really excited to go up there and just kind of go to out-of-state cons. Like, I want to go to one in Kansas City and all the ones kind of up north, like A Central. That would be fun, too. That's in Illinois. And
Oh, dude, we have to... Sorry to interrupt you, but I think Anime Expo's happening right now, and that's a con we have to go to.
I'm never going to go to that con.
Why?
Have you seen the lines and what's happening there? It looks out of control and ridiculous.
Really? I mean, it's the #1 con, anime con, like, in the U.S., so, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I get it, but, like, I'm just not about that because, like, I see the massive influx of people, and that just kind of drives me away from it. Like, I'm all about it being the #1 con in America, and I'm super okay with anime and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But just that line, that crowd, that heat, everything about it just turns me off from it.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, I've got 2 friends over there right now, and they've been texting me, and I've been asking them about it, and they're like, this is kind of bad. The lines are much longer than anything you've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely.
But so that wraps up IkiCon and AzumiCon and whatever we're gonna talk about A&T because we forgot A&T. And so my next con was Anime Matsuri. I don't think you had anything going on at that point, did you?
No.
My Matsuri video, I liked it. I'll just touch on Matsuri real quick because Matsuri didn't do a whole lot for me.
Mm.
I absolutely loved the con though. It was great. We stayed right in the main hotel. I think it was the Omni, and I was super excited because I've never been to Matsuri before, and I heard it was huge, and it was because whenever I went there, you know, I spent my days recording and doing all this and doing that, and looking for people and scouting stuff and just kind of enjoying my time. Well, whenever I went to go upload my Matsuri video, people were posting photos of people I had no clue were there or I didn't even see them. So it's like, that makes it really cool to me that, you know, there's so much crap out there that I didn't see or get to participate in that really kind of, like, got me. But, yeah, Matsuri was just about that. I mean, it was a good learning experience. It was a good learning curve.
Yeah.
And now we can move on to the big dog that is A-Con that happened all of a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did you want to lead off on that one? You said you already had a thing with it whenever you said you wanted to do your con differently.
Oh, yeah. I wish... The one thing I really regret about A-Con, and it was kind of on me, too, because I wasn't feeling well, like, at all. I think it was mostly... Because I think I was dehydrated most times, so I was just physically ill the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I really wish, because I never made I started making a music video, and I had a new camera rig and everything. I was excited. But then it was Saturday, and we were hanging with a friend who was getting ready for an event, and we spent like an hour or 2 over there, didn't we?
Oh, when we were getting ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent a bunch of time over there.
And I was just sitting over there, and then I kind of realized, like, well, I could be like doing some, like, I could be making the music video right now. I just kind of wasn't like my friend, not like she was like holding me up or anything. It's like I could have just went if I wanted to. But
Yeah.
and so like I got like maybe like 5 clips. I was like, well, this is useless because I'm not gonna upload a video that's 5 clips and a minute long. Like that's not how it's gonna work. I didn't vlog once. Oh, and freaking what was it? It was Saturday morning. I nearly passed out because my blood sugar like bottomed out and I couldn't like barely, like you were talking to me and I couldn't even comprehend what you were even saying.
Yeah.
So
My, go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I was like, I just wish I did A-Con completely differently. Like, I don't. Maybe it was because the hotel wasn't in the con. Like, that was the first time I did that.
Yeah.
And maybe because I wasn't close to my hotel room, so maybe that was an issue. And I don't know. It was a bad. And then all the bad stuff that happened that won't be told on the internet.
Are you talking Saturday night?
Yeah.
You're talking Saturday and Friday night, huh? Neither night was real good.
No, really wasn't. I mean, there wasn't even like embarrassing videos like last year. Like
No, it was just anger.
it was just.
Our night
No,
went
Friday
real
night wasn't
downhill.
that bad.
Which one?
Friday night wasn't bad.
Friday night is when we had our episode where we lost our buddy. Remember?
No.
You don't remember that where me, you, and Scruffy left early?
Oh yes, cause that was more of a you thing though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a me thing. That plus the Uber driver, which we're not going to talk about that. We won't slander that.
What happened to the Uber driver?
Remember?
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
I said I don't want to say it, and you tried to make me say it.
Yeah. I know what you mean now. That was
But,
just weird.
Yeah, no, my econ was a bit different because I was there for all 4 days. And my favorite part about it is whenever we got to our room, and our room was like 2 miles, it was like 5 miles away from the convention center.
Yeah.
You know, we all said right when we got there, well, we're just going to rough it all day. And I said, okay. And so I just got my camera bag, all of my batteries, all my memory cards. I was like, all right, well, screw it, we'll rough it. And so almost every day, if I didn't have a prior commitment, like the thing that got me was I went onto the Facebook page and I put, hey, I'm a photographer, I want to book appointments. And I was going to cut it off at 5. I was like, there's a beginner photographer schedule.
Mm-hmm. I'll
get 5 photo shoots in, it'll be great. Well, all of them double booked me whenever I had 3 people, so I automatically jumped to 6. And then one of my buddies was like, hey, can you film this panel? Hey, man, that's not a problem. You're a good friend. I'll do that for you. So, boom, that's 7. Then another person, I wanted to film the K-pop event I was in. So that was 8. And then I had the photo shoot afterwards, which was 9. And then I think I did like 1 or 2 more photo shoots, which equaled up to 10 throughout the whole friggin' weekend.
Yeah, you were busy. Like, I didn't even go to the dealer's room at A-Con. The only time I went to the dealer's room was so I could get something to eat. Like, I didn't even look at the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't plan on buying something, you had to at least look. I didn't even look.
Yeah, I ended up looking the very last day, because I was in the dealer's room a lot. I won't lie, I was in there a ton which is weird because usually in like cons, every other con I've been to, all of the great cosplays are like in the hallways or out in the water gardens or, you know, somewhere where it's scenic where people will see them.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of the really great people I saw were in the dealer room this time.
That's weird.
Which I was like, that's weird to start with, but it's great because the dealer room in here is freaking huge.
Yeah, it was very open. Like, it wasn't cramped at all.
Yeah, so I was very ecstatic about that. And so, yeah, between my 10 photo shoots and prior commitments I had to do, I pretty much, I remember you seeing me, I just pretty much ran around with my camera nonstop, just filming. And let's see, I stopped to film because I went to 2 panels all weekend. I went to T-Dragon's panel because I always go to support T-Dragon and freak out over him.
Yeah.
And then I went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was the only other thing I went to.
And see, I wanted to go to that so bad. And I didn't even get to go to that. Like, and there were, like, the J. Michael Tatum and, like, the Take One Improv. J. Michael Tatum was in it.
Yeah.
So like I wanted to go see Corey and J. Michael Tatum do like weird things to each other,
Oh God.
and I didn't even get to see that because that was like Saturday night, and we were like, oh, well, we'll be leaving the hotel like by 9. Well, it was like 10:30, and we just got to the hotel
Oh yeah, yeah. We left super late that night. That's right.
because we took like a weird detour, and it took us like Scruffy's sister or someone sit. Okay, Scruffy's sister said it was gonna take shorter, but it felt like it took like 30 minutes.
Oh no, that's because I was guiding her. That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, because the Uber drivers, it would take like 5 minutes, and us, it took like 20 minutes. I was like, why did it take so long to get back here?
I remember that now. Yeah. But yeah, no, Akon was great. I got to talk to T Dragon a lot more, and that was pretty cool. He helped me. He actually took what I did is it was crazy what happened because right after Matsuri, I messaged him and I was like, hey man, if you're gonna be at Akon, I'd love to collab with you or help you with a project or anything like that. I'd love to be a part of whatever you're gonna do. And so he goes, well, what do you have in mind? And I told him, well, here's a couple of ideas. And he goes, well, let me think on those. And so, we quit on it, and I didn't hear anything back from him ever. Like, right now, he hasn't messaged me back.
Wow.
And I was like, that's fine. The dude's probably busy, or he blew me off, or whatever. I was like, I won't hold that against him. Well, we show up to Akon, and we're sitting there walking around, and he sees me. He's like, hey, Justin, man, how's it been? And I was like, holy crap, you remember me. And so he's sitting there and he's talking to me, and we're chatting it up, and I'm asking him how Atlanta is and doing all this. And I was like, okay. And so we kind of part our ways, and I met him on Friday, I think. Well, Sunday, the very last day we're there, kind of everything's dying down.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes up to me whenever I was in the dealer room, and he goes, hey man, did you still want to collab? And I was like, holy crap, you remembered that? He's like, yeah, man. He goes, I was just busy. I couldn't get back to you on the message. I was like, dude, don't blow my mind right now with this. You remembered this.
Yeah, don't blow my mind. You're doing it.
I was like, I can't have this right now. And so I was like, yeah, man, I'd love to collab. And so what I was going to do is get him to take me around and, show me some shots and help him out and do all this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he kept getting stopped. And I was like, hey, T, I was like, if you want to do it just like this, I was like, we'll just step out for a minute. And I was like, take my camera and show me, kind of like an establishing shot and what you think I can improve on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, okay, yeah. And so he sits there and he goes like that. And so he goes, here, let me show you. And so he recorded about I was going to say 5 minutes, but it's really like a 2-minute clip. And he shows me, different angles on it. And I keep that clip on my computer as a basis.
Yeah. That's
and
good.
So I'll watch it from time to time, and he's like, "Here, you have to look for this, and you have to look for that." And he taught me pretty much a good minute. And we talked for about, I want to say it was 30 minutes, but it's probably about an hour that me and him talked.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was really cool. And so I was very excited about that. And so I think it doesn't show up in my editing or my footage for Akon because the moment I talked to him, I only recorded like 2 more clips.
Oh yeah.
I was like, well, okay, this next time. I was like, I get improvement every time. But the other cool thing is I got to meet Kevin, the director, face to face, and we talked for a little bit. And he's like, hey man, as long as you're improving off of what you do and you just keep watching and learning, he goes, you're gonna make it. I said, that's great, man.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
I remember meeting your idol and had no idea who he was that first time. And
my
I was standing there in the interview for no reason.
That interview where we're both drunk as hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that video, dude.
Yeah, but he the other thing that was cool was I got a lot of compliment on my photography and stuff like that, like my new stuff. Mm-hmm. And they were like, "Hey man, this is really good. You're making progress." And I was like, "Well, thank you." But it was cool to hear the guy who I started my YouTube channel inspired by be like, hey, you've really got potential and, you're really making good shots. And I'm like, this is awesome.
That's always good to hear. Like, I would, if the guy who inspired me to make cosplay music videos, which is the convention reviews guy, if he told me, like, man, you're doing really good, like, I'd probably, like, poop my pants.
Yeah. Oh, Oh, here's a good monster story. I didn't get to tell you this.
All right, and also we're heading up on 30 minutes, so let's make this the last one.
Here, this will just be a little short one to blow your mind. Then you remember how you told me to subscribe to a bunch of people, and you were like, subscribe to that guy right there, and then also subscribe to the Anime Man, and like two other people, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, the Anime Man was at Matsuri.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Joey was there, and I was gonna try to make you get an autograph for me. And I totally forgot to tell you.
Yeah, and
Because Lost Paws, Misty Cornexia, Aki Dearest, and the Anime Man were all there. They're all like really good friends.
Yeah,
and they were all there.
That whole group of people, I was in line for a food truck.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't talk to him or anything because I didn't realize it happened at the time. They walked and they cut in front of me, and you know how they intersected and it was making like that T shape in all the food truck lines. Well, they did that, and I was kind of turned around to the side, and one of them hit my shoulder, and I turned around. I was like, I turned with him, and the guy turned around and said, "Oh, hey man, I'm sorry about that." And I was like, "Hey man, it's no problem." And I kind of gave it off. Well, I turned back around, and I was like, "Oh crap, that was the Anime Man. He just bumped into me."
Was he Australian?
Yeah.
Holy crap! What? You never told me this.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I was like,
you should have got a picture with them, and I would have hated you forever.
I just had a Yaya Han moment with
dude, freaking Yaya Han
with the Anime Man.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
You will never live down the Yaya Han story. That
was hilarious. I'll never let that down. How did we not get a picture?
Because we're drunk as hell.
We would have been like, Yaya Han. We had like 6 people with us.
We did have 6 people with us.
It's like, get on in the middle. Marcus would have tried to done something, because that's how No, I'm joking. Marcus doesn't do that.
Nah, Marcus would have been just obnoxious with it, and we would have all freaked out that we got a picture with Yaya Han because we're all drunk as hell.
Right. I miss Marcus.
Oh yeah. But anyway,
Marcus.
You said we're about to hit the mark.
We've hit the 33-minute mark, which if I edit it down, we should be fine. So, I think that wraps up on the story. Do you have anything else to add?
Oh no, I did my talking. I'm good.
All right, you did your talking, guys. Go check out Justin's channel, The Geek Sneak Peek, on Facebook and on YouTube. I will link it down below. And this is going to be uploaded on the Otaku Wrestler on my personal YouTube channel. And also go check out my Instagram and my Facebook. That's where all my photography is going, with all my shoots and cosplay stuff I'm doing, and uncosplay stuff, anime con, non-related things. Go check it out. It's getting better, I promise. And I think that is it for it. So, Justin, thank you for making this split decision like a couple hours before doing this.
That's definitely a rough decision.
This will not be, it won't take us another year to upload another episode. I'm going to try to make this maybe like once a month. That should be very doable, because once a week is asking a little bit too much with my schedule, and we kind of run out of ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened with the last time. We couldn't agree on a topic.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what happened last time.
So, maybe we'll see you next month, and we will see you then.